What is going on YouTube? Today I'm going to talk about some things that you are going to need when you're starting Airsoft and playing, and things I find that are really helpful. Alright, first getting into our items. Hold on, just step away. First getting our items, you're most likely going to want a gear bag. And the reason for the gear bag is because you're able to carry everything you need. You don't have to worry about, either putting in a trash bag or something, or doing some other way. Maybe, I don't know, putting in a duffel bag. Duffel bag is very helpful too, but some things can be kind of messy. So I highly recommend organizing it to the proper standard. Putting some like dividers in there. But this is my gear bag. It's I like it a lot. Simple. You can buy them. It's just like a Condor bag. You can buy them anywhere. You don't need something too heavy. You don't need something too light. Like you don't need something too small either or too big. Just carry only what you need. And then also another thing I recommend is getting a hydration pack. And the reason I recommend a hydration pack is because when you're out in the field, there's a lot of things that, like, when you start to get thirsty, you go back to spawn, you're gonna need some water. Now, when you are in spawn, people could still shoot you, or stray BBs could come. So that's why the hydration pack comes really useful, because if it's on your back, and this little tube right thing right here, since hydration pack is on your back, you're able to slip the tube below your mask, whether it's a dye mask, a mesh mask, what other kind of mask? Face mask, just a simple mask. But it's really easy because you're able to slip underneath and drink water. Rather than with a water bottle, you're gonna have to take it off unless you can do a certain way, like with a straw. You're gonna have to take it off, and you're most likely gonna lift your mesh mask up or face mask up, and then start to drink. Now this has problems with it, like I said before, because a stray BB could come and possibly hit you in the cheek, hit you in the face. Now it won't hit you in the mouth, but it could really hurt. So that's not good. And okay, so that's not good, right? So you don't want that. Another thing I highly recommend is a helmet. This is my helmet, but I would highly recommend a helmet because if you're playing outdoors in the brush or something, if you hit your head on something, it extremely hurts. And no one wants to be sitting down in an airsoft game because they freaking hit their head. And now it's just like, you maybe got like a headache or something for it, or it's, red on your head, and you're just like, oh, it's just like terrible. So a helmet, highly advised. Now, you don't get like the helmets from Amazon. Get a helmet that's, always get a helmet from a good airsoft retailer. Well, not really good, but at least an airsoft retailer that that you can trust, I guess. And then they'll usually have helmets on their websites. I know e-bike, Airsoft GI has them. What's the other one? We have Airsoft Extreme has them. So a lot of Airsoft websites have them. So you know how that they will take care of you for that. In the helmet, they usually come with some pads. Highly recommend, because if you don't buy the pads, you're kind of just plastic on your head, and that can make your head look weird and just hurt. So get some foam pads for them. Usually they'll come with them. Another thing about the helmet is that you're able to mount stuff on it. So if you want to mount some ear protection on here, you're able to do that. Now, if you want to make yourself really cool, usually they have like a patch, and you can put some patches on here. You can do some other stuff, mount some stuff on your helmet, put your goggles on here, just like how I did. And kind of takes a lot. It takes care of you for a lot of things. That's a helmet, something I recommend. For your gear, you're gonna want, like my gear, you're gonna want at least some BBs. You're gonna need a lot of BBs. You have to carry a lot of BBs with you. Now the best BB weight is gonna be .28s or .25s for .25s for pistols, .28s for rifles. If you go anything higher, it's usually gonna get to like sniper rifles and DMRs. But definitely check your airsoft field before you go, because if you don't check it, you could have a super powerful gun for an assault rifle, and the BB weight, you're not allowed to use that BB weight, because then you'll just suck, right? So another thing, recommend knee pads. I just dropped it. Knee pads, highly recommend those. The reason is because if you start to kneel down, you are not going to get something through your knee or anything. If you're playing indoors, still recommend them, because no one wants to put their knee on a hard ground, or for some reason you fall. So if you fall on your knee, you're most likely going to fall on your knee, so that's better than just falling on and playing hard, playing hard skin. That sucks. And outdoors, especially because you need on a rock or something, you don't want that cutting you or anything like that. Another thing that's highly recommended, this is my mesh mask. Ear protection, something definitely. Now you don't have to have ear protection, but no one wants to get a BB stuck in your ear and then have it start bleeding. So definitely recommend the mesh mask. We have over here, we have ear protection. These ones you can get at Combat Sports Supply. Another good retailer that I got a lot of my stuff from. Knee pads. That section. You're also going to have a jamming rod. Now, it's not a necessity to have it on a jamming rod, but it is really nice to have it done in the field. Because if some reason the BB gets stuck in your gun, you're able to take this little tiny side of it, any side of it, and you stick it down in the barrel and shove it out, or you stick it down in the magazine well. Don't recommend doing that, but you push it up. Moving to the front of my backpack, we have some molly there, but in my backpack we have our case for our goggles, and we have some BBs. Yeah, and some BBs. So, .20s, more BBs, pretty good. Alright. And for goggles, we have these goggles. They don't cost a lot, so don't worry about that. But do not go playing on an airsoft field without goggles, because you will bust out your eye, and that is not good. And you'll be blind for the rest of your life. So you're gonna always have a good pair of goggles. Make sure these goggles are ANZ rated. Don't buy any off Amazon. Always go to an airsoft retailer. A lot of people use the dye masks, which are paintball masks. And if they support paintball, they're not gonna, airsoft beads don't penetrate it. So don't buy that sunglasses or glasses from Walmart or Target or any of those like grocery stores, because those BBs will break through it. So always buy a nice good pair of goggles. Another thing with goggles is that you want to make sure they're full seal. And what I mean by that is they have this when you can't shove a pencil, you try to take the end of a pencil, not like the pointy part, but the eraser, and try to put it around. And if it can break through, then that's not good goggles. If it doesn't break through and it has full seal, that means it's good, and no BB can ever pass through it. Yeah, so yeah, those things are definitely highly recommended. If you want to get a little bit fancier, you can get the fan system, which gets you from fogging. I didn't experience a lot of fogging, but I didn't experience a lot of it. I experienced somewhat of it at like one part of the game when I was playing, but it's nice to have it, but then it's not like you have to have it. Alright, another thing, so that's about it, is with the hydration pack, the one I have right here, you can carry some extra ammo, and these are on your back. Extra ammo, these have molly in them, so you can attach some stuff onto it. This backpack also does have molly, a little bit of molly, so it's not a ton. And that, get a vest or chest rig, just carry your magazines on. I did do a previously video that was related to magazines and some tips and tricks on it. Yeah, there's just some basic stuff that's you're gonna need. Yeah, I guess, yeah. Need. Iron Face Pro, definitely gonna need, but it's the knee pads, I highly recommend them. Hydration pack, still pretty good. A jammer rod you don't need. I would say that's the most useless thing on my list, but it is nice to have one. Other than that, I think that's what it's wrapped up on this video. I hope you enjoy, and remember to click the subscribe and notification bell to get more videos on what I'm doing, because I will update my videos regularly, and won't just leave you YouTubers hanging and you viewers. So please like and subscribe. If you don't like the video, then dislike. If you like the video, then give a thumbs up. And I'll see you in the next one. Keep on airsoft.